welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Today we are doing a video talking about oppositions, a brand new series. We are doing Sun and Moon series. I know you guys have been begging for me to do rising signs, which I will do, but I'm holding back because there's so many rising sign videos. I don't see enough aspect videos, and I really wanted to do oppositions because I get a lot of clients that have oppositions. But if you need to book a reading, just click the link up here. You guys who are born with opposite signs, right? Sun and Moon, you're born on a very significant day. It's a full moon. You guys in life, balance is everything, and it's a journey. It's very difficult, but balance is everything. Before I even get into the actual video, just to let you guys know, you are an individual. Aspects play a massive part in this. House positions play a massive part in this. You don't have to relate to everything that's being said. Research your own chart. This is purely about the sun and the moon being in Pisces and Virgo. I wanted to start off with this opposition because it is the most misunderstood. It's so interesting, and it gets so deep. It's actually quite calming, and you guys like it when I start off deep, pun intended. So Pisces, which rules Neptune, which is home to the 12th house. 12th house is a deep ass house, so misunderstood. 12th house represents your subconscious, it's your illusions, it's any confusions, it's hidden, it's affairs, it's secrets, it's hospitals, jails, escapism, your imagination, past life, karmic, other realms. This is the house that involves other realms, unfinished business. 12th house opposes the 6th house. 6th house is the house of Virgo, which rules Mercury. 6th house represents day-to-day routines, your health and your well-being, your employment. This is the house where if you get a stellium here, these people would be extremely pedantic, extremely particular, and very funny about how they go about their routines. So a lot of people might relate to this video if you have a sun or moon in the 12th house or 6th house in opposition. But obviously, yes, it's for Pisces and Virgo opposites, all right, in whatever house. This is a really difficult opposition for Pisces and Virgo. Opposites are basically extremes, and they're going against each other. So which one am I going to be today? Before we even get started, there is no light without dark, okay? We need both of them because it's what creates growth within us. And we need to be very much aware of our own energies. So that way we know how to grow, we know what we should be around and what works best for us. Because we are all individuals at the end of the day. 12th house, people who have 12th house energy, Pisces, maybe even Virgo in there as well. If you've got Pisces in the other house, it's the same expression. Unfortunately, a lot of clients I've read and an ex-boyfriend I dated with this aspect, he was a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, and he had mental health issues. Now, before we even go into that, I know mental health, what the hell is that? Because society looks at mental health as being the worst thing in the world. Oh my gosh, it's an illness. From a spirituality background, how I view mental health is, I look at it as being, okay, someone's come into this world and they have a gift. Whether we want to admit it or not, it's a gift. But what's difficult is that person who has that gift is unable to control the gift. And scientists will say there's a chemical imbalance in the brain. Perhaps there is. But I still look at it as there's an overactive reaction in a sense that makes them feel trapped. I view it like, okay, we're in the real world here. We're communicating, we're talking. 12th house is the house of your imagination. It's fantasy, it's other realms. Pisces, same thing, okay? We like to fantasize, we like to be in other realms when you're a Pisces. When you've got Pisces energy, you're a 12th house person. Solitude, being on your own, just being happy in your own mind. People that have this energy, a lot of them, not everyone, but a lot can experience personality disorder, bipolar, depression, especially if you've got a 6th house moon in a water sign, Pisces opposing Virgo. 12th house, there's unfinished business here. You're trapped between one realm and this real world. And that's where I feel schizophrenia comes from, because you're trapped from there to here. Where do I go? I keep hearing voices and they're negative, but I can't control what's going on. I look at that as, yes, it's seen as being a mental health issue, but it's an overactive chemical, or looked at as a gift, because you can hear messages. You can hear messages. Before I was into astrology, I was dating a Virgo Sun Pisces moon. I can't remember his rising, but he had schizophrenia. He was diagnosed schizophrenic as a child, and I had no idea until I was deep in a relationship with him. And he was a Pisces moon. So I only saw the moon sign once we moved in together, because like I said, there's no light without dark. And when you're dating someone, it's so important that you are looking at their moon and dating based off your moon's compatibility, because it needs to feel fulfillment. If you're going to date someone, you need to understand their moon and how they react to things. I had no idea that this guy was dealing with mental health issues until I lived with him and saw the dark side to him, which is the moon. Virgo, I fell in love with I love the way they communicate. They're so intellectual. It's a turn on for me. I love it. And you have Virgo, which is intellect, it's logic, it's practicality, it's structure, it's daily routines. If we took him out of his structure, his daily routines, you will see the Pisces moon come out. And the Pisces moon is, I just feel worthless. I just feel like I can't do this. I feel like you're too much of a good person for me. Pisces is selfless energy. And this is why I fell for him, because he's so selfless. And he was helpful, because Virgo represents being of service. Virgo loves to help, right? And Pisces is selfless. But it becomes this woe is me kind of vibe. And what's happening here is your mindset is going against your subconscious. So you've got consciousness, basically, and subconscious going against each other like this. Which way do I go? And this is what I mean about the imbalanced. So Virgo energy, one day I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna apply for this job, I'm gonna get this job, and I'm gonna pay my bills, and I'm gonna be happy doing it in the process. The next day, if the Pisces moon is activated, it's, I knew I was never gonna get that job. I'm just not good enough for it. And it creates this really frustrating imbalance of energies. It's like, you want to be it's like you're very logical, you want to communicate, you value communication because of this Virgo energy. But the next minute it's like you value your isolation time, your moments to yourself. And you can end up in this frenzy where, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm coming or going. And what it is, it's about balancing the mindset. Because the 12th house is your imagination, it's running wild. And in the 6th house, my imagination can't run wild because I've got this to do today, I've got that to do tomorrow, I've got this to do, and it's the 6th house. Think about it like this, right? You have Neptune in aspect to Mercury. Try communicating with someone who has Neptune in aspect to Mercury. And it's really difficult because it appears that they are not paying attention to you. You'll be sitting there, how are you, Jane? It's been a long time. And Jane's like, And you're like, Jane, she's like, oh yeah, it's been a long time, yeah. Constantly in their mind, constantly imagining. Mercury is your logic, it's communication, it's practicality, details. And then Pisces or Neptune is the opposite. It's daydreaming, it's illusions, it's not so much the truth in things. Sometimes like Uranus as well, Uranus aspects to Mercury, Uranus opposing the Sun in the 12th house. That can also contribute to autism. Jupiter in the 12th house as well. 12th house stelliums. You'll find a lot going on in regards to autism, or a connection towards working with vulnerable adults or vulnerable children if Leo is involved, even Cancer. There's going to be some connection. If it's not you, it will be someone else, because you as a person, you are here and you're going to attract whether you like it or not. And a lot of people don't like it. I'm a 12th house person and I partially don't like it at times, but you got to deal with it. Put on your big boy pants and deal with it. You're going to attract a lot of people that have mental health issues. And even if you're someone who deals with it yourself, you may end up working in a field with people who have mental health issues. One of my friends, he told me that he's autistic. He's a 12th house person. And I would never think he was, because he's so high functioning. Because again, autism ranges, there's different levels. And no one knows he's autistic. He works a regular job, he's got his driving license, he drives, everything is fine. He's just not sure what level he's at. And he works with autistic children, Leo, stellium, in the 12th house. Going to attract people that want to drain you, take your energy, your negative energy. And you guys, please watch my 12th house video if you haven't seen it already. It's very, very important that you guys watch it to understand how the 12th house energy works. If you've got a stellium or if you've got any planets in there, period. You are here to be of service to others, and you can utilize your North Node to find out exactly how you are supposed to be helping others in the process as well. People who have Virgo moons, you guys are probably dealing with anxiety, because that's also a form of mental health depending on how severe. Your moon is your emotional expression, isn't it? And Virgo rules the intestines on the body, it's the gut. And this is where anxiety comes from. So when your emotions are triggered, you're going to feel the anxiety that, oh my God, can I have this? Oh my God, can I do this? Oh my God, no, I can't do this because of that. Oh my God, I can't. You know, there's a lot going on. And to be fair, the best way to deal with this is to meditate. This particular one, meditation is the best thing anyway. People that have this, I would 100% recommend that you meditate a lot. I remember with my ex, he would meditate and he feels so much better, because Mercury, your mind is constantly like running. It's Mercury, and then you have the need to escape of Pisces, of Neptune. There's the imbalance. So what you need to focus on is taking control of your own mind. And how you do that is through meditation. But you guys work on balancing between the two. And what I always advise is people that have 12th house energy, it's really good to be on your own, because this is where how you get inspired. Because if you're spending a lot of time by yourself and you're not doing nothing, you get depressed. You don't want to get depressed. You don't want to get depressed. You want to be inspired. When I'm by myself, I have to create. I have to do things. When you're with other people, that's your breakaway. So that's why, like, a lot of people, what happens a lot, right, is I get people hitting me up all the time, wanting to talk astrology. And I don't mind talking about it, but sometimes I just want to have a break from it for a minute, because what I'm doing right here is my 12th house. This is my service. This is what I'm doing in regards to helping others by delivering a message. With my Mercury in the 12th house, I'm delivering a message. I'm talking about it. I do readings, all of that. I have to escape it, because this is my escapism from reality of the world. But I have to escape from this in order to maintain a healthy balance. Because if you get lost in one thing for too long, it can be a problem, and I don't want problems, and neither do you. So I focus a lot on astrology literally every day, but I do pick particular hours or days to not talk about astrology, to do hood rat things with my friends. You know, I'm human, and I think that's healthy. Just create a balance that works for you, all right? So anyway, people, that is the end of my opposition video. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you have come to some type of clarity in dealing with this opposition, because it's very, very difficult. You're two extremes, you know, with the mind. So you've got to do a lot of mind balancing. So if anyone wants a reading, please hit up my website, which is honeytrapastro.com. The link is in the description below, and I will see you next time, people. Take care.